Hey, what's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck. You already know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. If you on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that like button. Because every time you hit that like button, they share the video to more people. Look below, you'll see our merch store. Everything y'all buy off the merch store, all proceeds goes back into the channel. And if you want to promote anything you have on this channel, your brand, your hat, your clothes, I don't care what it is, please go to papaduckpromo@gmail.com or look below in the description and you'll see all the information. Let's get it cracking. Now, let's talk about something, right? I was having a conversation about something someone heard me say and they thought that it wasn't true. And all I said was, the things that happens on TV or the people that control the media control the perception on how we see things. And they didn't think that was true. I don't see how. You have to understand, everything you know, they told you. And I say that so that you get it in your head. And I'm finna give y'all an example. Take, for instance, the Murray Show. Do you know how degrading it is for to have that show on when it comes to black fathers, black mothers, or just people in general? Because they have white, blacks, they have all kinds, but mainly blacks. When that thing come out and say, I am not the father, man, these folk be flipping. They be dancing. They be doing all type of shit. Bro, do you know how degrading that is to us as a culture, as a people? But the problem is you don't control that. And you can't control whether people gonna watch it or not. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say, well, you can watch it if you want. But when you look at this world, when your motherfucking ass look left, right, up, down, side to side, it's the same similar shit because you don't control none of it. And it's surrounded by you. Okay? And that's why I say it takes a strong-willed person to even understand it first. Because a lot of people don't even think that stuff affects them. But once you get to the point where you see how it affects you, you then have to have the willpower to not, I got some kind of like a bee trying to sting me. But you got to have the willpower to not even put yourself in a position to watch that shit. Let me get y'all to understand something. He who controls the media controls the perception, meaning everything you know about life was told to you, was given to you, because you don't control radio, TV, you don't control none of that. Now, another thing is this. When you look at a lot of these shows that come on TV, they always portray our black women, and it's not to be racist, I'm just saying, they always portray black women to be masculine, or I'm independent. So when you see these shows with the 4-5 girls and they all home girls, and you know, they're gonna be bashing men somewhere in there, and it's gonna be where women are so independent, we don't need a man from that stuff. It basically relays to women that I don't need a man. I'm independent. I don't need a man for nothing. But they only show that side of our nationality. And this again basically rub off on people when they watching these type of shows all the time. If all you see is women being masculine, women being independent, and then we start to accept that shit as if that's how it should be, there's nothing wrong with a woman being independent or any of that. But what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is, when you put a perception out there long enough, it becomes flesh, like words becomes flesh. That perception is seen so much your whole life, that's all you know. That's cognitive dissonance. Meaning, you see something so much, you start to, your mind and your brain start to form a sense of truth about this, whether it's true or not. Now, we all know that women should be, it's feminine. Men are masculine. Who turned that perception around? Think about it. Who got men wearing skinny jeans? Not me. Not you. Who got men thinking that wearing skinny jeans that show their figure is what a man should do? See, I'm gonna tell you the difference. Older people, meaning older women, and this is not to be, we just here talking, because y'all get so sensitive sometimes. We just here talking, I'm trying to make my point. Back in the day, you couldn't get women to be okay with being around a guy that wanted to be like them. Okay? And this was a different upbringing. Nowadays, it's okay. Back then, you couldn't do that. What? Back then, my granddaddy and my cousin, I love him to death. I done talked about him in songs, even though he was, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. I loved him. I didn't care what he wanted to do, what his sexuality was. I didn't care, because that was my cousin. But my granddaddy wanted to kill him every chance he got, because it was a different upbringing back then. So what I'm trying to explain to y'all is, the way we see things today, you had no control over that. I had no control over that. And you may say, well, you could do whatever you want to do. You could, man, that shit sound good when everywhere you look, it's the same thing. And what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. What I'm telling you is, these shows and the stuff you see on a daily basis on the shows, TV, radio, all this has an influence on your perception on how you see the world. Come on, man. And then you're dealing with a group of people who don't even understand the concept of what I'm speaking on. Some people really don't understand what I'm saying. So they're being duped. And don't even know they're being duped. The crazy part about it is, you got to go buy a TV just to be controlled. They should be giving them for free. They already using them to control you, or using them to put perceptions in your head. Lies. All this shit was created to control lies, to control your thoughts, to control you. And a lot of times we do shit based off what we see or what we think. But a lot of people live without thinking. And I'm telling you, this shit is done subconsciously. And there's a lot of other techniques that y'all don't understand that happens. Small techniques, like colors. Colors play a part on how your brain resonates with certain things. The way they put numbers, they don't never say 10. They're not gonna put $10. They're gonna put $9.85, $9.95. It don't sound as much as $10, but really it's $10. I keep telling y'all, man. You have to understand that everything around you can contribute to your perception on how you see the world. People really think a carrot is orange. It's not. Go look it up. A lot of the fruits you eat are, especially the main fruits that they promote, grapes, this, that, these are hybrids. They hybrids. So what I'm telling you is, it is fact that the shit that you put in here only comes out here. I keep telling you, if it's not in, it ain't coming out. Meaning, if you're not a respectable person, don't expect for that person to be respectable. If you don't know what's going on in the world, I can't expect for you to apply yourself properly, because you don't fucking know. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of people sleep. But that's a lot of people waking up, though. A lot of people waking up, though. But I'm just trying to get you to see. A lot of these perceptions our women have, thinking that long straight hair is the right hair. Who told you that? The TV. The motherfuckers that run the radio. The motherfuckers that run the rap game. They put the Nicki Minaj's and the thises and the that's in front of you and make you want to do the same shit they doing. You might say, nah, that ain't why I do that. Then why you do it? Why you want to wear your natural hair? Some women say, I don't wear my natural hair because of the heat. It's fluffy. In my mind, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Wear your natural hair, whatever it do naturally is what it's supposed to be doing, ain't it? Nope. You're trying to stick to that same trend to where your hair have to be a certain this and a certain that. If that motherfucker gonna fluff up because it's hot, it might need to fluff up naturally. That's why they say wear it natural. It's people done dated people, right? For a whole year and never saw their real hair. Our women, and they starting to get to the men too, because now they got men with from the toupees, the fake hairs and the fake this and that. Like I'm saying, man, all that shit does is like you like a Mr. Potato Head. You just putting yourself together to be something that you're not. And some people get so caught up in that image till they don't know how to be themselves. Some people can't go to the store without lashes on. Oh, I can't go because I ain't got my hair done. Baby, you look nice. You beautiful. Like, come on, bro. Like, for real. Be you. If you put the energy out that's from you, you're gonna attract the person that your energy is supposed to attract. But when you try to attract a motherfucker, you attracting somebody based off that fictitious you. The long hair, the nails, all I'm saying is, look, that ain't you. Cause when you got all that on, you got a different confidence. But when you got it off, you got a different confidence. I told you, 1 grain of salt thrown into the sea gonna make a difference. So a small or big difference is still a difference. You have to understand that. So basically what I'm saying is all the things that we see in life, from the foods we eat, the fashions, the clothes, the everything, that shit is all by influence. That shit is all by control. Those who control the media, those who control all these, even the writers. Go look at the writers that write this shit for black sitcoms and shit. How could I write a sitcom for a white family? I can't. I never lived in that setting. It's just common sense. But when you look at all these black shows, they be black writers. I mean, say white writers, I'm sorry. So when you got a white writer writing for black families, there's an agenda, okay? Because if you're trying to be realistic, then you need to get a gorilla to write about gorillas. You need to get a dog to write about dogs, lions to write about lions. So if you're trying to create a black show, you need a black writer. It's just common sense. But as you follow, and this is facts, and this is not to be racist, I'm just trying to make my point. If you follow the black sitcoms, it always been trouble with the people who wrote them. A lot of these sitcoms, the reason they start airing, because the actors, which are black actors, they start to get this sense of, damn, you trying to change the perception of a black family. I come from that. This ain't what we do. This ain't what go on. But the reason why that shit happened like that, and you got white writers writing for black sitcoms, because we don't own a motherfucking thing. I keep telling you, if you don't own something, you can't control it. See, this is why they have unions, and this is why they want to control everything. Because at the end of the day, you got to come through their gates. They gatekeepers. And we not loyal, because soon as you say, no, I ain't gonna do it, they got 1 million motherfuckers in line that'll do it for less to pay. Because we don't own shit. See, when Bill Cosby went through what he said. Bill Cosby tried to buy CBN or CBS, because he said it. He said he want to change the way that that America sees black families or some of these, because he know these sitcoms be on some agenda shit. We just sitting back popping popcorn watching and we don't know what the fuck going on. We the sheep. But the ones who's actually in that shit who know, they know. We don't. So if you look at, like I said, with Good Times, how they didn't want the black father in there, and Miss the mother, Florida Evans, fought like a motherfucker. Said if they weren't gonna put a black father in there, she's not doing it. Probably would have been somebody else. They probably would have went for it. But why wouldn't they want to put a black father in Good Times? You talking about a poor family living in the hood, in the projects, with no father. With no father. So when we see this type of shit, we see mothers raising kids. We see mothers doing what they got to do. We start building this perception that, this is what a mother does. Because we don't control nothing. See, this is why I sought out to do my first project, or one of my first projects. I'm going and I'm flying all the way around to different cities and different states, and we're going to have Father's Day. Not on Father's Day, but we putting it together right now, and we're going to do Mother's Day too, and I'm going to give y'all my plan. My plan is this. And for some reason, Houston is in my mind to be the first state. I don't know why, but say Houston. We're going to pick a park. We're going to have t-shirts for the black fathers. We're going to have t-shirts for the kids, okay? We're going to get that part. We're going to have speakers there. And I want mothers there, too, to say, hey, he's a good father. He stepped up and he did what he's supposed to do. And we're going to honor that father. We're going to have awards we're going to be giving away. We're finna take back this shit. And we're going to do the same for the mothers. And we're going to do the same for the stepfathers and stepmothers. See, we got to take it up on this shit ourselves. Because we see what they doing to us. We see what they trying to do to us. They writing this shit in the books like we ain't nothing. And we just sitting back and they ain't doing nothing. Not no more. And for those who have been doing something, salute. So it's just time we change the narrative. How the fuck can Mother's Day be once a year? Bitch, Mother's Day is every day. Father's Day is every day. We ain't going for that shit no more. We don't need them to solidify. Oh, everybody just finding out about Juneteenth. Oh, Juneteenth. Man, you know how long Juneteenth been around? And a lot of people don't know the real history behind Juneteenth. See, all they did is turn Juneteenth to a national holiday. That's just another money day for them to make money. Because there's enough people done caught on to it now. Well, let's make Juneteenth a holiday. Watch how much shit they be selling on our holidays. Keep telling y'all, man, this shit is a game. Play the game. But I'm going to tell you this here. We finna be in control of this shit. This is why it's so important for us to support each other. Support a black business. And like I said again, this is not to be racist, but we need it. Because if we don't get it, we gonna keep getting shitted on. We get shitted on every corner. I'm tired of that. Tired of getting shitted on. I don't want my kids to go through this. I don't want their kids to go through this. So I just want y'all to understand something. This shit is very important, what I'm telling y'all. Be careful what you watch. Be careful what you let them put in your head. Because these shows, the Tyler Perry shows, starting to get to the point where it's like, and I love the dude, man, you know, because he a black person. He did his thing. He persevered. He came up from nothing. And I just feel as though they using his name because he relates to us. You see what I'm saying? Same way with a Chinese person got a restaurant, they gonna hire black people because they people get along with their people. This is not to be racist. This is facts, man. Fuck that shit. This is facts. So with Tyler Perry, with certain stuff that it's just when you look at it now, it's different. It's too much of this and too much of that. And we need to change the narrative. We gotta change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? All black men that are fathers, how they try to portray them to be, they put all these buff dudes, sharp looking guys, no disrespect to them. But come on, bro. That shit more of a sex appeal, twisted in a successful black guy, twisted in all kind of other shit. To some degree it's true, but to a lot of degrees, you got a lot of fathers that ain't got the buffs, how Tyler Perry and be having on his shows, the guys with the big muscles and the this and the that. Man, show a real father, man. So when we out, we can identify a real father. So we ain't looking for a motherfucker who wears suits and y'all, you know, politically correct and all this. No, man. Let's change the narrative, man. Let's show real women. Let's show women who know how to handle situations, who know how to be submissive, who understand that my king's supposed to run his sanction. And I be telling y'all, see, a lot of shit that go on with men, it be the perception of what's been put out. And you think that shit don't affect you. You crazy. All you know is what you know. All you know is what they taught you. And all what they taught you is bullshit. When you ever seen a show that has a real man on that bitch? A real father. Not one. I'm talking about all the time. Every show that they put out on TV, it depicts us in a way where we should have a committee to say, you know what? You can't portray us as black folks in this movie. Why? Snowfall, all this brutal killing and all. Man, come on, bro. Yeah, we know it happens, but let's change this. See, these folks finna keep us stupid and keep us on a low frequency so we can keep killing each other. They're gonna make money off that. They're gonna make money because you're going to prison. The funeral home gonna make money. The lawyers gonna make money. The gun shop's gonna make money. Even though I went and bought some pistols, y'all seen that, but it ain't for to come at my own people. It's for protection. But I just want y'all to see how this whole game is being played on us. I don't do these videos, my nigga, because my mouth work. I do these videos because I understand if I reach one person, I did my job. But you gotta open your eyes and see what the fuck going on, bro. Pay attention to what your kids looking at on them iPads and shit. Pay attention to what they watching on TV. Pay attention to the music you playing around them. Pay attention to what you let them listen to. You can't have them listening to no Kodak Black. No disrespect to Zoe, but you get what I'm saying. He don't make music for kids. Majority of his music, whatever. And this just goes for any of this stuff. What I'm telling you is, your mind is like it's like a garbage pail. I don't want to say garbage pail, but your mind is like a container. Whatever goes in it is gonna come out. If they feed you with bullshit day in, day out, that's all gonna come out of it. Now they done created a world in your mind that's bullshit. And you think that's what it is. Like, you really think standing in line for some Jordans is what we supposed to be doing. Like, you really think supply and demand don't work. It ain't the sale, it's the resale. This is why Kanye West was talking shit about Nike, because we the ones who buy more Nike than any other nation, any other nationality. All he was saying was, damn, we spend more of our money on your shoe, making you live, giving you life to live, and you can't even have a sit down with me to help design shoes for my people. Come on. I don't agree with everything that Kanye West do. I don't. But I understood him when he was talking about that. Boycott these big companies. Boycott that company, because they get our money and they don't give a fuck about us. And we spend our money with anybody. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let y'all go. As far as black people, we got to get up off our ass and take accountability for us. We can't keep looking for them to come fix our problems. We need our own police. We need our own people that can help us. We need our own people to help us. We don't need to be run to the government. We don't need their help. Hell, people don't need their help. But if you want to, break it up, none of us need their help. But us as black folks, we on the bottom of the totem pole. I told y'all, them folk got more laws for fucking animals than they do for a black man. They protect animals more than they protect us. Because I told y'all, police wasn't created to protect us. That shit was created to protect businesses. The motherfuckers who had goods from the motherfuckers who was robbing them, taking them. That's how all that shit came about. So, to each his own. We need to do just like what the Black Panthers did, because they was the closest ones to physically overthrow this shit. They had their own newspaper, which meaning they had their own media. They wasn't spreading the bullshit lies amongst each other. They had their own medical programs. They fed their own people. And until we can get on the same accordion as people, then we need to do that for ourselves as people. But all I'm saying is, for us black folks, bro, we the lords at the totem pole, bro. So we have to support each other. With that being said, man, it's your boy Papa Duck, man. I mean to hold y'all alone, but y'all know how I get when I go to talking my shit. I ain't gonna lie, like, I love y'all, bro. Till the next video, like I tell y'all, man. Peace.
Hold on.